though, throwing out up air, just canceling that momentum instead of air dodging. That was what you were looking for here.
Yeah, Atlantis, though, about to have a couple problems here if this combo continues up on the top platform. The up air, the up B.
Oh!
It could be a disaster, but not enough to get the kill just yet. I mean, even though you're all the way up there, Mario, he's not quite that crazy.
Oh, what a whiff there, but Aki misses the up smash. That was an opportunity to even this up.
Oh, and last off stage. Let's see what the ledge trap looks like. No, not going to get anything. As the up B out of shield, this could be the chance for our Pikachu player, Ash Ketchum.
Oh, there's that no forward air. See, that was the mix-up, was hoping for the DI for the back air, but instead held into the forward air. Would have potentially been the option there.
Oh, man. Let's see, just a little bit of dodging up in the sky for Dominator, really trying to figure out how to get past all of these Pikachu ledge traps.
Z-Fly struggling to get this kill, though. F-Tilt again is going to miss. That's the second time Dominator has managed to get around those Twinkle Toes. This time, though, cleans it up anyway.
And I mean, this is such a scary position to be in as Pikachu, because you know that, like, Mario has a million kill options. Just the strong back air or the up smash. Even the back throw is starting to be in there. But all right, let's see if he can make use of these platforms. No, not this time.
Oh, gets caught on the up special as well. What a catch from Dominator to find that bad trade. We're still alive, though.
Still chilling. Oh, okay. Back air. Once again, we're going for the short off double back air. This is actually running pretty low on time. We're only at 2 minutes left.
Man, a question for you. With the late hit there, however, gets caught with the spin to win. Dominator taking game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, we had Atlantis doing really well all the way up until that point. I mean, I think there's a lot to learn about that. Do you think the Battlefield pick was bad?
I was not a fan of it. I feel like Dominator just gets so much off of those juggles, and Pikachu absolutely has tools, but a big thing that you want to do with Pikachu is that hit and run game plan, and when there are platforms for your opponent to escape through with the T-Jolts, it becomes much less of a threat.
Yeah, very true.
But we'll see. We are mixing up the stage going into game number 2, making it a lot smaller, which is interesting.
Okay. Great pickup here for Zay. And going to find a little bit more, but no, actually just answered out with the Nair. I like that preemptive Nair on the up B. Something that a lot of players don't do. They don't throw that long-lasting hitbox, because the Pikachu up B is actually not that active. You can really disrupt it if you throw out a meaty hitbox.
Seeing more T-Jolt as well from Akitaki, which I think is partially because of the stage. Dominator is going to be a little bit more reticent to throw out that reflector cape.
And 69%, that is the Super Saiyan percent here for Goku.
Ooh, Arcfire just spamming Nair, hoping that Dominator walks into it, but then mixes up with the grab into the forward air. I love this game plan change.
And once again, just forcing a lot of interactions in the corner. It's been really bad for Dominator as he's taken a ton of percent, but now could turn it around. Oh, no.
Oh, just barely gets by. That was so scary. I thought Dominator had that up smash.
Yeah, I mean, and I like that beefy little bit of the up B, not directly snapping the ledge, putting that hitbox past it. Dominator doing a great job of using all of his tools to recover, but you can't be letting that rip.
Yeah, great patience from Aquazi, heart of the cards there. Able to find a way out, and now just stalling as well. And if you're Dominator, you're a little scared there because the Thunder could come out under the stage.
And this is just a very, very patient game from Dominator. Back throw, not enough to get the stock with no rage. And a little bit of wave bounce action.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, that's not going to matter. Up smash, the tried and true for Dominator.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where you've seen so many of, there you go again, those up specials in neutral where Dominator kind of gets to play that risk reward of, I'm just going to keep up smashing at kill percent, and eventually one of those will get clipped. Because Pikachu's hitbox during that is surprisingly big.
Yeah, it grows like 10 sizes. This is really funny.
It's like the Grinch.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how Attack on Titan approaches this neutral interaction, though, as he he needs like a little bit more to get that Mario into a position where it's scary. As of now, these hits are just, you know, like glancing blows.
Ooh. I love that up air as well. Again, Dominator is playing really safe, so we're not seeing the clips. But a question for thee is trying to catch Dominator fading in with those safe aerials in the wrong timings.
Yeah. And once again, we're sort of in an up air battle where Mario's are winning out this time, but it can go back and forth at any point if one of them picks the right spot to fade.
Okay, good wake-up catch there from Aqua from Kingdom Hearts. Able to find it, continuing the juggle, but gets grabbed. Where are you going? Get back here.
Oh, man. Yeah, and it's... Oh, okay. Once again, we see a ledge trap situation. Avatar The Last Airbender going a little bit high, but not getting the last hit. Still just needs a big opening. It still needs like a dash attack here. Doesn't even kill just yet. We need an edge guard, but all right. That dash attack, one of the most active two-frame moves in the game, and utilizing it well, but I mean, Pikachu can just go straight past it if he knows you're going for it.
And again, Adam Lambert just gets caught out of that up special. The fireball working really well for Dominator there. So many different options that Dominator is using to prevent that threat from actualizing.
Yeah, but Andy Sandberg is going to find himself a little bit ahead in this match, and now getting these loops, getting a little bit more damage on. This is exactly the start you want for Pikachu.
Ooh. Good defense from both players. Oh, the double roll in as well. The synchronized swimming. No one gets hurt for it, but it's looking really scary here for Dominator.
Yeah, and Legends AZ gonna lose his stock as we find ourselves on the last one. Dominator might be sending him into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, the letter A looking really good right now on this last set. What? Okay.
Yeah.
Was that that must have been a misinput,
No,
right?
I think that was just supposed to be a wave bounce.
that was crazy, and the fact that it hit as well. If you're Dominator, you're like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, when you get hit with the full alphabet like that, it's tough.
Oh, Dominator getting looped right now.
Up air, almost getting this stock. I mean, eventually Pikachu's up air does kill, but we're unlikely to see that in this game.
Ooh. And a Blurry Haze with that dash attack, not going to kill.
And, oh, this is just such a tense position.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, enough from the forward air. And we find ourselves in a game 3. I feel like almost all of our sets have been 2-0. This might have been like one of the first game 3s we're actually seeing.
Yeah, it's fun to see in pools when you have those game 3s, when players match up into each other very well. We got one more game here for these guys to take it, and I am so curious what the counterpick's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say because the stage picks have been really weird in this set already. Like, Battlefield is a starter, and then Smashville versus...
Yeah, it was really weird.
Was the counterpick versus Mario? Like, Smashville is one of Mario's best stages. Like, Mario loves that stage. I mean, it is surprising to see, so maybe we'll see a little bit of a mix-up.
But Active showed that that small stage can work out really well for you, and I think a big part of it was that Dominator wasn't comfortable using the cape against T-Jolt.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to decide what a board about above against is going to use, but I don't really know. I mean, I think he might change up his bands a bit.
Okay, does allow a relatively large stage through. I mean, you only have so many bands.
What do we get? Small Battlefield?
Hollow Bastion.
Oh, Bastion. Oh, okay.
So Anteater does have that larger stage to contend with. We'll see if that ends up being a pro or a con.
Yeah, I mean, Aardvark on this bigger stage could have some trouble, but I mean, generally Pikachu usually likes that space to be able to go for the T-Jolts, but he was the one who picked the small stage with Smashville earlier. So
now Antelope on the same side of that does have to worry about this center platform as well. That's something we haven't talked about. Dominator now has that win con potentially on lock to get those early combos if you can find them.
Yeah, let's see though. Amazon though really picking up a couple strings here, but answering back really hard. Dominator gets the bounce off, but a little bit of an answer back.
Ooh. Oh, the fade in. That was a great bait there from Antspur, but unfortunately not able to find anything. Dominator, that's a bad spot. That's a, oh, you got clipped.
Arizona Ice-T with an incredible snipe, and we see him once again, you know, starting off this game well, and almost got the full drag down. If he had been able to set up into a loop, that might have been all over.
Dominator with the get off me there, using that FGC DP.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let it rip.
The letter A, just holding the corner. What an up air timing as well. It was down tilts all the way through until you needed it.
Yeah, and now Armada grabbing and resetting onto this. It gets the forward air reset, but I mean, this is a huge amount of percent lead in it. In what's been a mostly back and forth set. I mean, it feels like Dominator has always been forced to pull out like relatively honest kills. We haven't really seen any truly degen Mario stuff.
Yeah, Alabama's doing a really good job of playing around those. We saw it right at the beginning with the forward air not connecting because of the good DI, and like you're saying, that thread all the way through. Like, where's the up B kills off the top, or the spin to wins? We only saw one of those.
Yeah, I'm liking how Arkansas is approaching this matchup right now, though. Just not really overcommitting into the Mario. Something that you can really find yourself struggling with if you try to go too hard. And
wait,
up smash combo into double up air. My God.
Alaska, don't scare me like that. You almost got.
Oh no.
And at 44, that would have killed probably. Pikachu's light.
Yeah, and a nice little pickup. Couple up airs, and we see the down air.
Oh, okay.
Dominator. Oh no.
The cheese is coming back. The fresh Gouda. My man went to the in-venue food stand. He's like, hey, I'm going to need some of this real quick.
Yeah, but the down smash, Akira slides his way out of there, and now we are on the final stock of our Game 3. This is one of the most exciting sets we've seen so far.
Ooh. Query evening it up very well. Again, that fall through up air. I feel like the up air usage from him has been so good through this entire set.
Yeah, we see the forward air off stage. Oh, that could have been the whole set, the whole kit and caboodle.
Ooh, wait, down air starter from Aquafina? Okay, no drag down on that forward air. I was getting scared.
Yeah, Alhambra getting another pickup with that up air, but it's not enough to get the stock just yet. We're still looking for another hit in the corner. We're still looking for a lot more damage, though, to come out from Mario. I mean, Dominator has been on the back foot this whole game, but has been able to answer back a lot harder when given the chance to it.
Wait.
Oh!
Okay,
Scorpion Sting.
Yeah, if you held in and jumped into that, you're just cooked.
Yeah, Ant might have just fallen straight off.
Ad Astra with the spacing, staying alive. Same can be true for Dominator. Great pivot up smash, creating that threat, but only 71%. We're chilling.
Yeah, and now Astra's gets a forward tilt off stage. And went for the wave bounce thunder, almost catching Dominator unawares.
Oh, and Quaint with the deep drop zone back air, able to take it over Dominator in 2-1 fashion.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln with an incredible finishing blow there, and that is going to be a 2-1 victory over Dominator. I think that's a pretty big upset. I'm not super familiar with our Pikachu player, but whatever his name is.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce their name.
Yeah, sorry. We've been working on the pronunciation.
We've been trying.
I hope we got it right.
We workshopped it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it came through all right. Either way, what a fantastic set. Shout out to both players. And thank you, chat, for joining us on this. Unfortunately for us, that is going to be the end of our block. I know I'm going to be going right out to the audience and watching what's coming up. One more time, I've been Lentini. Jet, anything more you want to add to the people?
Oh, no. I mean, it's great for us to just wrap this up right now, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.
Are you enjoying the show? Please check out the CO 2025 exclusive merch store on co.gaminggen.gg. Pick up one of your favorite designs from this year's show and help support the community. Are you ready to elevate your game? Controller Chaos has hundreds of controller designs to pick from, including this year's CO 2025 limited edition custom painted controller and fight sticks. Use code CO25 at checkout to save on controllerchaos.com. Tenno, officially licensed FGC merch designed by the FGC for the FGC. Discover our newest drops releasing for the first time during CO, including the newest official Street Fighter design, the CO 15-year collaboration, and many returning favorites. Get yours today at merch.10-o.gg.
Whether it's sunglasses outside, blue light glasses inside, or night driving lenses in the dark, Zenni has affordable eyewear for everyone. Get 10% off with code CEO at zenni.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to CEO 2025. I am Zap, joined by Kevin here, with a K, of course. Welcome to Florida, my friend. How you doing?
Thank you. It's good to be here. This is my first CEO, and I'm hyped. It's been amazing. This venue is insane. Jabali Land, of course. Jabali World, excuse me, now that we're in Orlando.
Oh, it's Jabali World?
Jabali World here because it's Orlando.
We're upgrading. Okay, okay.
Fantastic. It's an awesome time. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's such an amazing event here at CEO. I love this event so much. It's very near and dear to me. Being a Florida resident and all, it's one of the best fighting game tournaments in general, though. Like,
Yeah, of course.
aside from Smash, we've got Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, and I mean any possible game you can think of, Brawlhalla as well. But we're going to be talking about Smash Brothers today, and I believe we have Tintin and Mayhem stepping up to the plate here.
Tintin and Mayhem. Tintin is, we have confirmed, based off of our own knowledge, that he's a Luigi player from here, from Florida. I don't know where in Florida, but from Florida.
Tampa, originally.
Oh, okay. So, Tampa for sure. So, your neck of the woods.
Yeah, my neck of the woods for sure. This pretty chill guy, you know. He plays Luigi, so we don't like that, right? But
I feel like all of the Luigi players are pretty chill guys, but they play Luigi.
You know, it's funny about that, Kevin. Every time there's like a cringe character, it's the chillest guy you've ever met. Like, you
my
love
God.
this guy. Like, your local Steve man, you're like, oh, that's my guy,
yeah,
dude.
Onin is chill as hell. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, no, like Meister, he's pretty chill.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
so true.
He's a really chill guy. He plays Game & Watch, but like, man, he's chill.
Chill
Like,
person.
he sat down and played for like an hour once. I'm just some commentator, you know. So
That's okay.
for,
You know
for
what?
Me, for me, like, he's pretty chill.
You brought up an interesting point that I'm going to keep in mind from now on.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And actually, thank God. Okay. So this Mayhem is going to be playing Mario. Mario versus Luigi. What an apt way to open up the block of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with the Smash Brothers themselves.
The dynamic duo. What can we say? Luigi and Mario. We're going to see which one can get the better of the other. Right now, it's Mario with these ladder combos. Up air, forward air. Not quite going to close out the stock, but that's good damage.
It's good damage, and he gets the ledge trap. But of course, Luigi Cyclone, that frame one escape option, you are not going to be able to hold on to that for long. If you can keep Luigi off stage, though, you know, power to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Luigi's biggest weakness is definitely his recovery, right? On stage, he's a menace. As you can see him find the grab, find the forward air. More and more damage racked up here for Mayhem. We could see a confirm in our future. That's a plunger into a dash attack. It's not going to kill just yet, but this is a terrible spot to be in if we're trying to get off the ledge. And there we go, up smash from Tintin. Very nice on the first stock.
A classic ledge trapping, good conditioning to force the roll in, and then you were prepared to punish actually just the roll. You weren't hitting anything else with that option. So the fact that he called it straight out and it worked is fantastic.
Absolutely. Tintin playing this very well to start. Reverse up smash, just the tip of it from Mayhem. We'll be able to take that stock, and only 49% dealt. Tintin can make this up in an instant, though.
Yes, but how much more percentage can you afford to tack on before you're in down throw up B or down throw down B percentage?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a ticking time bomb, right? When does Luigi grab me? When does the up B connect? Right now, the damage is connecting for Tintin. No kill options just yet. Mayhem trying to tack on some damage of their own, but it feels like Tintin's in control, and with that up B, we find the second stock.
That was so hot. Understanding that Mayhem was not prepared for your end lag to be so short, then spot dodging the grab. Immediately, of course, that's going to be another combo.
Kevin.
Oh, my God. I knew it. I mean, it's just, you know, there's sometimes you feel it where the Luigi's going to drop the combo, but then sometimes you're just like, oh, it's over.
Listen,
Oh, it's done.
when Tintin's on the screen, you can't be analytical, Kevin.
You're right, you're
You got to talk about what's happening
Good
because
point.
he's going to blow you up, and he just did. Mayhem losing the first game. Luigi things, man.
Yeah. Luigi things. Yeah, I guess this is the time where I can analyze, right? It's,
Yeah.
It's Luigi versus Mario. What is there really to talk about?
Your
Clearly,
time to shine.
Don't put that pressure on me. Clearly, Mayhem was not like confirming these combos true. Like there was a few times where I saw him go for a down throw at the correct percentage, and then the up air came out too late, and it was broken out of by the Luigi Cyclone. So not able to confirm that. Didn't get the one opportunity to get a fair offstage spike confirm. And then from there, it kind of just looked like the wheels fell off towards the end of the set.
Yeah, I'm glad you called attention to that first stock as well, because that was pretty pivotal, I would say. The forward air not connecting to that spike angle would have easily changed how the game was played out, because Luigi's kind of this character that you want to fight from ahead. You don't want to be behind versus Luigi, because once he gets up that stock, the damage is coming. Like, the plunger is going to connect. The combos are there, even whether or not he has the grab, because up air, forward air, back air, they're all great combo tools and starters. So definitely want to be ahead when you're fighting a Luigi
Yeah,
for sure.
and moreover, like you're gonna have to force your way in against a Luigi. That's gonna provide so much time for Tintin to condition you to pick really abhorrent and punishable options, which of course is the worst place to be against Luigi.
Yeah, we'll see what Mayhem can do here in game number 2. The Cyclone given away, but there's no punish. Mayhem getting a little bit too antsy there, trying to find that up air, but here comes Tintin with a back air, finding a jab on that shield. You got to hold that. You're playing against Luigi here, and up air once again aggressive from Mayhem, trying to get the ladder combo, and could have actually gotten the stock there, but unfortunately didn't connect all the way.
Did he not fast fall before throwing out that last up air? Is that why it didn't connect?
Must have missed.
Yeah.
Just the timing is just a little bit off, that's all.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that execution. Usually it's Luigi's execution that is going to be the pivotal decider between Luigi and an opponent, but right now it's looking like Mayhem's execution that's allowing Tintin more opportunities than he should be afforded at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Tintin has the ledge trap, though. Small percent lead here for Mayhem, around 30%, 28 to be exact.
Now, come on.
Fully charged up smash, there's a back throw. It's not going to kill just yet. Tintin looking for an edge guard now, throwing out some fireballs. What's the ledge trap option here for Tintin? We don't need one. We missed the spacing on the up B, and unfortunately, that'll be Mayhem's first stock going the way of Tintin.
That's like the 5th time Mayhem has gone for a high up B. Before it was to break through the plunger, but I think you still could have waited. That time there's no plunger to be available, so Mayhem just threw out a risky option. Now he's doing the Wi-Fi thing where you roll the ledge when your opponent is doing a neutral get up so that you can back throw them off stage. And of course it's not going to connect against a seasoned player like Tintin. However, classic ledge trapping and expecting a neutral get up with an up smash, that's some good reads.
Absolutely correct here, Kevin. Looking already a lot better, though, is Mayhem. Finding that down throw, goes for the reset, but no punish yet again. He's getting too antsy for these up airs. You see him using the up air a ton. I mean, it's working out right now. Will we find a kill with it? No, we will not. Cyclone will get you out of dodge. Tintin back to stage.
He's so good at waiting out the Luigi Cyclone. And the funny thing is that the more that Tintin misses it, the more he seems to be using it. And I don't know how much longer that's going to work for him.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's only a matter of time here as Tintin is locking down the ledge. We roll through. The forward smash giving away the dash attack. We're throwing out every option in the kitchen sink at each other at the moment, but nothing is really connecting in the strong hit of things. Tintin once again back to stage. We got to see who can get this first stock because that's going to be pivotal.
Yeah, they're kind of just throwing out smash attacks at this point. I'm not really sure what the plan is. I do like it that Mayhem is playing a whole lot more patient than before, but giving away the ledge trap has been an issue for him in the past. So it's really a matter of how long can he hold on to it, and pairing the first hit of Luigi Cyclone and not the rest of it, you got to play a little bit more reactive, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of reactions, Tintin reacting to that bad option from Mayhem in the air, eats an up smash for his troubles, looking for an up smash of his own, finds a reverse back air. Mayhem looking to this edge guard now. Ledge trap situation perhaps. Doesn't have their jump, I don't think. Can we get an edge guard here? No! The side B connecting, unfortunately, it'll disrupt.
Just long enough. Now that's going to be a back throw. Should take the stock. Yep, just barely, but did it anyways. One stock apiece for each of them, and this is looking a whole lot more doable for Mayhem than game 1, by far.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Almost
we're
happened
good.
again.
We're good.
Oh.
You didn't curse him this time, Kevin. It's okay.
Don't
Mayhem's
blame
still alive.
me.
I'm going to blame you. Anyways,
Fine.
still alive for now. Mayhem eating a dash attack, though. The percent is rising here. Tintin pressing their advantage. The get-up attack to get out of dodge with a forward smash. You held forward just a little bit too much. And the forward smash connects for Tintin. Wow. 2-0. What's he looking at?
There's another failed combo situation where he didn't connect his string into the drift-in nair, and Tintin, understanding that Mayhem is not getting these connections that he should be getting, he's not executing correctly, is done with the, oh, let me just reset neutral, and he said, oh, I can actually just reverse. Throwing out an F smash to punish a drift-in nair from Mario, that should never be happening. That should never be happening. But, I mean, still props to Mayhem for making that look a whole lot closer. It's just when it came to that last pivotal moment, he kind of crumbled under pressure. You could tell he stopped playing.
Control. You get antsy.
Yeah.
And we saw that. We saw that habitual habit coming through where he would kind of hold forward. He would kind of go for a rising up air. He'd kind of go for a forward air or something that is a little bit risky.
Yeah.
And it might give him a reward, but in this case, he paid for it with his stocks. So.
Yeah, the rising up airs you pointed out before and you pointed out again now, it was so often where he could have just punished it with something else or something a little bit more reliable that isn't going to hit only a fully standing Luigi. And he just chose to not go for it anytime. He had an agenda. And unfortunately, this time it did not pay off in the election.
Well, we're going to be pushing my agenda this time around, Kevin, because my buddy Redshirt is on the screen. One of my favorite players. He's the GOAT of Roy, the GOAT of Tampa, at least in my heart.
Okay. I'm not complaining. Obviously, like I'm in Chicago now, and I represent the Midwest, but I came from Atlanta, so I'm of course also partial to seeing Roy on my screen.
Oh,
and
we love Roy.
if you're saying that he's as good, at Roy as you say he is, because I'm not familiar myself, I'm excited for a good game.
Listen, I gotta gas him up. He has been PR'd in Tampa for many years. So
W.
He's not like he's not like it's not like he's like top 200 in the world or something like that. But he's definitely no slouch. Has been PR'd. Has been playing this game since Smash 4. So I'm excited to see what my friend here can do. I'm gassing him up a lot, but I swear every time I've commentated one of his sets, he always loses. So I'm hoping today is the day that my boy comes through and
you're calling me out for cursing these players. You have a long-standing history.
Let me have some bias.
You
here.
have a history?
I'm allowed to have a little bit of bias here, Kevin. You gotta allow me to have this. Tong my, you'll let me.
Okay, you know what? If it means in the future there will be more leniency towards me,
oh, of course.
it's all yours.
You know,
buddy.
it's all fun and games here, Kevin. Come on, you can't
Of
seriously
course.
think that I really believe that you cursed the last
Yeah,
opponent.
of course
Come
I do. I'm an insecure person. I don't know who Hazer is, by the way. I couldn't find any information on Smasher's app for
Okay.
this player, but I
Well,
am curious to see what they bring to the table.
We'll leave it a mystery for now.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. I hope it's a fun character.
I agree, and if I'm going to pull one character into a mystery matchup to feel like pretty good about how the matchup is going to go, Roy's probably in like the top 5, top 6 characters to like play into random, you know?
That's very high praise.
Yeah, maybe that's a little,
Well,
that might be a little strong.
I mean, well, as a Roy main myself, I do believe in Roy's ability to be blinded because you can kind of just practice your same game plan regardless of who you're fighting against.
Yeah.
The problem is there are just some random polarizing matchups that really swat Roy away.
Yeah.
Particularly, I'm talking about like random heavy characters like Donkey Kong.
I know what you're talking about. He's here. Let's call out Cola for losing the K rule at Kagaribi. Let's do it now before it matters later and he's on the stream.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes if you don't know how to deal with Crown, which is insane, but maybe he doesn't play Wi-Fi, if you don't know how to deal with Crown, then you're just going to lose. And that's a matchup check.
I will say K. Rool beats Roy, and I'm not kidding.
What?
I'm not kidding.
What?
He beats Roy.
No.
I'm
Hold on.
not kidding.
You're going to have to qualify that statement.
Listen. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Right? Super heavy,
Okay.
so it's hard to kill. Roy is pretty good at killing, but it's even harder now to kill because very heavy. He edge guards Roy in the easiest way possible with Nair. Nair beats out up B no matter what because of the armor that's possessed on his belly. If K. Rool grabs him and throws him off the stage, his back throw is quite good.
That's
It has a
true.
very
That's
bad
true.
angle.
I'll give you
It
that.
sends you down at a 45 degree.
Yeah, the semi-spike sucks.
What he does is he back throws you, and then he just nairs, and you die. If you don't have your jump, you're dead no matter what.
That is a fair point.
Now, on stage is a little bit of a different story because
Yeah.
Roy can kind of have his way with K. Rool, but off stage, it's literally like you're just dead.
That's a fair point. You cannot press on K. Rool's shield in the corner at all.
Yep.
And usually K. Rool is playing at least close enough to the corner because he's crowning under like small battlefield platforms. So
And K. Rool can box with Roy. He can.
Yeah.
I mean, Nair out of shield is actually pretty quick, too. So if you're mashing on a shield a little bit too much with those falling fairs, falling up airs and such,
yeah,
you can get punished easily. I mean, I'm not saying like K. Rool destroys Roy,
no,
but there's definitely a world where Roy loses to K. Rool, and I will die on that hill.
that's fine. and while I understand and I respect your sentiment, and I understand the reasons why Roy can lose to K. Rool, I cannot possibly stand by that it is a losing matchup. There's no way.
You got to give this to me.
Grounded. I can't keep giving stuff to you. I just can't
Why
keep
not?
giving it to you.
Why
There's
not?
I have only so many spoons.
Who
Okay.
do you play?
Fox and
See
Roy.
See this guy.
Fox and Roy.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you some credit. You play Fox. He's similar enough to Roy, and you also have a little bit of Roy in the back pocket. So I'll give it to you. I'll give it up.
But I
you
mean,
of all people should understand what I'm saying at the very least.
Of course, because like it sucks to get thrown like the Kazuya throw, same semi-spike angle,
Yeah, that
super
Gates
annoying
of
to deal
Hell
with.
is just ridiculous.
It's
to deal
terrible.
with.
It's terrible. But grounded approach on stage with shield is super reliable way to deal with K. Rool. If he goes in the air and he tries to do some sort of nair option, you can just, like if you're already in the air, tomahawk fall, wait for him to fall with his nair parry, and then you have a punish. I feel like there's a very clear, like, flow chart for how to deal with K. Rool.
See, Kevin, while I agree with you, I'm not a top player.
Okay, fair enough.
When I'm fighting my 2-2er K. Rool back home, I'm getting sauced up. Like, what do you
That's
want
fair.
from? What do you want from me? I'm
That's
just
fair.
a commentator. I think if Cola were to fight, well, he did kind of lose to. Well, I mean, there's that.
There's that.
We can't be slandering Cola so much on this stream.
No, I love Cola.
I
He's
love
from
Cola. That's my
region.
goat. One of my favorite players to watch.
But
Easily.
But he's funny, and
He is very funny.
And he got third in Melee at MomoCon,
Goat.
and placed worse in Ultimate. So really,
Maybe he needs to play Melee.
that's really what I think. And if you watch him play Melee, by the way,
He's so raw.
he's raw as a player, but he feels so much better about the game. Like when he's losing in Ultimate, he'll start like popping off and cursing and like saying like, "Oh, this is so busted. This is unbelievable." But then he plays Melee and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I could have played better." Like his mentality is crazy better.
We'll
But
see how the mentality is
anyways.
maintained between these two players here. It is going to be Wolf versus Roy, and this is my definition of basically an even matchup. I feel like both these characters are willing to scrap with each other. Both have similar game plans. We do see the laser coming out a lot for Wolf. That is a good tool to be using in neutral, but for the most part, I feel like we'll be going hands-on for this set.
Oh, for sure. This is a very fundies-oriented matchup. It's all about who has the better fundamental game plan. And yes, Wolf has a projectile, but ultimately that's not where most of this gameplay is going to be coming from. Like you said, it's going to be hands in the faces.
Yeah. Definitely going to be putting the hands on him. Wolf scratching up Roy a little bit. Roy coming through with that butter knife, trying to swat away, finding some weak hits. Double jab's going to be punished with the back throw. Looking for an edge guard here. Not going to see the neutral air. That could have spelled curtains for Redshirt stock. Does find his way back, but so far in disadvantage.
Ooh, that air dodge was risky right there.
Down tilt.
Hazer unable to punish it, but yeah, that's nice. Pivot cancel left tilt is going to take the stock.
Yes, beautiful stuff there from Redshirt, finding that confirm and reacting after the fact. 124% now.
Oh, what?
We're okay, we're okay.
Fine.
It wasn't
I thought he was
regrab.
going to run up and down
Yeah,
smash, though.
that's what I thought too. I think
Okay.
he actually missed it though. He flung the down smash the wrong direction,
Oh, okay,
so it
okay.
didn't connect. That's the only reason.
Got it. All right, back to center stage right here. Both of them like to jockey for center, but at the moment, it's really a matter of how's Hazer going to close out the stock.
Ooh.
And a back air is going to do that. That's a great way to deal with an approaching Roy.
Yep. Sometimes you could just throw out that back air. It's a very strong move, relatively safe. It auto cancels very easily. That side be given away though. Jab to F smash. Great damage here for Redshirt in a bad spot to be in if we are Hazer, and we will fall to the blast zone.
Magnets aren't that strong on the hands this time. Unfortunately,
Nope.
not able to close that one out. That was interesting. The Jeff smash. That's not, it can't be true on Wolf at that percentage, right? Like, well, not any percentage. I feel like
I think with that DI
It's the
specifically,
DI specifically,
he was
yeah.
DIing in, so it definitely connects there.
Right. That makes sense.
That time around specifically, yes. But I think in general, you're right. The Jeff smash isn't something that you see very often, especially against Wolf, but there's the ledge trump back air from Redshirt. Very
Classic.
good reaction. That's a 2-stock. It's solid work from my boys so far. You know, I
I'm
wasn't
impressed.
gassing him up for nothing.
No, I'm impressed. That's very solid. I'm in no way downplaying this guy's skill anymore. That was great, and you're playing against a fundamental character, so he gets to like kind of show off what he does. He doesn't have to play around
Yeah,
a bunch
there's
of
no cheese here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to play around Aguda. He just gets to go straight to it.
Yep.
That's great.
Exactly right. There is no cheese on this burger. It's just a straight-up hamburger.
Just, yeah, delicious.
Yeah, why do they call it a hamburger?
That's a really good question. So anyways, we'll move on to
Wow, you're going to do me like that, Kevin?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's because the original like meat patty
Probably.
was from Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
They didn't have it like in between buns or anything like that, but it was just a meat patty. In fact, in Japan, I believe they still call it a Hamburg.
See,
whenever you
I
do, like,
knew
the
you
steak.
were smart. I just knew it. I knew you would have the answers for me, and that's why I asked you the big question.
the big important questions for CEO Smash
Like, what's a
Ultimate.
hamburger?
What's a
made of?
hamburger?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You'll never see anything like this anywhere else.
And if you want to go even more technical with it, the American hamburger legend George Motes would define as a hamburger as specifically ground beef between two buns, and if it
Okay.
does not have either of those things, it is not considered a hamburger.
So, are you like a hamburger researcher? Like, did I just open a can of worms here?
No.
Are you like very well versed in the art of Hamburg?
I'm guessing on most of this.
Okay.
No,
Well, it sounds really good. You know, I believe you.
Yeah, that's the goal. But it's mostly just from watching random YouTube videos and things coming up.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
mean, I understand that to a T.
that's where
I love
most of the knowledge
watching
is.
random YouTube videos that give me the most useless knowledge that I'll never use until I'm on commentary with you, of
and
course.
somebody asks you a question like, "What's a hamburger?"
Exactly.
Yes, I never thought I would get to use it.
Yeah, thank goodness they're taking so long to pick
Yeah,
their characters.
otherwise we
'cause
wouldn't have gotten
we wouldn't have got to talk about all these hamburgers. I'm getting hungry, man. All right, here we go. Sephiroth swap here for Red Shirt, which honestly is surprising, seeing as the Roy did pretty well in game number 1. He did tell me before the set, though, that he was favoring the Sephiroth today.
Oh, okay.
He just feels like it's more crisp at the current moment. We're going to see if that pans out or not. I thought the Roy looked pretty good.
It probably did. I wonder if he's just so confident because that was a clean 2-stock that he just wants to get a little bit more bracket practice with the Sephiroth at this point. Because I don't think the matchup is particularly better for Sephiroth than it is for Roy. I guess it's not necessarily too much worse, but I think the idea of getting more bracket practice for a character that you know you're going to be playing later on is fine.
I think that's a very fair point that you're making. Giga Flare. Not going to let it rip. Finding the back air here. Ledge trapping. A good spot to be in if you're Sephiroth. Up smash goes to the wayside. That'll be a grab here for Hazard. Looking for the edge guard. Sephiroth able to snap that ledge. Coming back. We have the wing available now. This could be Red Shirt's time to shine. And speaking of shining, the tip of that blade is looking pretty bright.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I feel like Wolf is so often in the air and using jump options that going for a down smash is pretty high risk, medium reward, but it paid off that time. See if that continues going forward. I don't know how much more payment you can get out of that one.
Yep. Still has the wing available as well. Playing with this center stage is Red Shirt. Hazard trying to find their way in somehow. Neutral B, that'll be damage, but we need this kill. Up smash goes to the wayside. F tilt to punish. Red Shirt looking for the ledge trap. Finding a nair, and it's just the chip game right now.
Yeah, just playing chips, just little by little, adding damage on. Of course, that's going to benefit Red Shirt more, but that, up throw. I thought back throw, even with Sephiroth's way, I guess maybe it doesn't kill from that.
It might have.
The center.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
But you could try it, and then best case scenario, or worst case scenario, I should say, you get stage positioning.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he just kind of wanted to keep it, I guess, not stale, but regardless, it could have led to a kill with that stage positioning you accrue for yourself. I mean, we're going to find the F tilt anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but still 97% here tacked on. I mean, this is looking pretty dire for Hazard.
Got to find something, some sort of opening, 117%. If you can find like a falling up air into some good damage, you can maybe make something happen. That is something that you can only do on these tall characters. But unfortunately, he just can't find his way in. He's just getting walled out by that long, long sword.
Yeah, the pokes are really hurting right now. Wolf is not ready to combat with this long pole sword that Sephiroth possesses and taking more and more damage. You can't be trying to contest the plank, and Red Shirt was even ready with a reverse counter there to try and catch the Wolf recovery. Running away with this a little bit. Wing available, 96% onto Red Shirt here. Hazard taking a grab. I mean, what can we do here, Kevin?
I don't know, and I don't think Hazard knows either. He's playing a little bit impatient. He's not going for some of these more guaranteed options or stage positioning. He's looking for full-on closure, and unfortunately, neutral air dodge, I think expecting some sort of trade. He wanted to tech against the wall, but even with the neutral air dodge, did not have enough time to get back to stage with that up B, or enough distance at the least.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was kind of inevitable at that point with the way that Red Shirt was playing neutral. It felt like he was very in control of the pace of the set, especially with the Sephiroth as well. I mean, calling attention to the swap there, it really felt like he was walling out Wolf really effectively with that long sword. So I think the switch was a good choice.
It was definitely not a bad choice at all, but I'm wondering how much of that is just because Red Shirt was fundamentally a better player on the day. The amount of times where I would see Hazard jump in to try to get on top of Red Shirt, and then Red Shirt would just nair out of shield, drift away, and it never got punished. I feel like you can punish that with like a rising aerial from Wolf in the direction that he's drifting away, and then you can start a little bit of a combo. And I just feel like I never saw that. It would always just be Hazard jumps onto Red Shirt, and then rolls to avoid the nair, and then he can't punish anymore. Like, as opposed to, let's say, like shielding or spot dodging and then being prepared to respond to it. I don't know. There's definitely some fundamental moments right there where I thought, I'm not sure that this guy knows how to play against Sephiroth.
I mean, it might just be like you said. It could just be a fundamental difference, a fundamental gap, if you will. But we are... You recognize? I just can't remember Well, actually, I recognize both these tags. The
Okay.
character names are escaping me, though.
Gotcha. Take your guess.
You know, I'm guessing, well, like, Congo Bongo is, like, really...
Obviously Pyramid.
You're so right. But, like, what I was about to say was, like, you would think it's Donkey Kong, but there's just no way it's
No,
Donkey
there's no
Kong.
shot.
There's just no way it's Donkey Kong.
No shot.
If it's Donkey Kong, like, I'll eat my hat.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't have a hat. Maybe I'll eat your hat instead.
All right, that's very interesting because I feel like the odds aren't enough in your favor to take that bet, but
I don't think so either.
that's fine.
Hey, you know, I'm willing to hold the L
All right.
if it comes to pass.
I'll get a knife that's sharp enough to cut my hat, and we'll have a bonfire tonight.
Absolutely. What kind of hat is that? I can't quite see. Got
It's a rose.
Oh, okay. Very, very pretty.
Yeah,
very beautiful.
A rose underneath the glass, like the thing from the Disney movie.
Oh,
And
okay.
I know what I'm talking about.
All right, gotcha.
Marsh obviously plays.
You know, whenever I hear the tag Marsh, I know another Marsh, and he plays Hero. So that's like what I've associated with now. I don't think he plays Hero. It would be crazy if he did, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you know what these what these individuals play?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. I thought for
No.
a second you might have known.
I wish.
And you were like kind of leading me on, and it was kind
No.
of like a game of cat and mouse that we were playing, where I kind of tried to figure out what the character was, and you already know, so it's kind of funny. But
That would have been a really good bit. If I was a
but the
smarter
bit is
person.
dead.
Congo Bongo is a Bowser Sephiroth player.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't have to eat a hat today.
Well, you know, I was right. Not a Donkey Kong player.
And I have a feeling like Marsh is there's just going to be too many Marshes, yeah, for me to know who this is. You could play. That's three very different archetypes.
Let me see if I can. Okay, he plays Joker.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. Well,
And-
that's going to be fun then.
I'm pretty sure I saw Marsh at MomoCon. That's why I recognize. I think both of these players were actually at MomoCon, if I recall correctly, but I could be mistaken. Either way, it is going to be the Joker, I'm pretty sure, for Marsh. And Congo Bongo, what is he playing? The Bowser? Yes.
Bowser
yes.
today.
Glad we figured that one out.
Yeah, we did it.
Right as they pick, we're like, oh yeah, he plays Joker, and then what's he play? He'll play Bowser.
Yes. This is what you came to us for, is really top-level commentary.
Yes, you know, sometimes you can tell how good a commentator is by how much they know about the random pools matches that are going on.
And that we knew nothing about.
Wow, this does not speak very well of us, Kevin. I'm not gonna lie.
you know, it's okay. It's okay. You
Hey,
know,
at least we're owning up to
you gotta
it.
give us that, right? You gotta give us that.
Come on, we can't know everybody, right? Right, guys? Right, chat?
So
That's a
Joker
break.
versus Bowser. I see this matchup I used to see this matchup a good bit in Atlanta between Sakana and Omega, of course, and various other Jokers. But what do you expect to see from this type of matchup anyways, right? Like Bowser gets to armor through, weak multi-hits, and hits like a truck versus Joker, who doesn't hit like a truck, but can combo like crazy and maintain advantage state for years. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a tale as old as time. It's speedy character with a billion
It's
combos.
literally Beauty and the Beast.
It really is. Joker's pretty beautiful, and
Well, that's not what I meant.
Bowser's pretty beastly.
No,
but
no, Bowser is gorgeous, and Arsene is the Beast.
Oh, you know, I actually kind of like that. I kind of like that. That's very clever. Very
Yes.
clever. They should call you Kevin with a C because you're clever.
Okay, that feels wrong. That feels like I'm not.
But you could still spell your name with a. I thought it was kind of.
No, it just no. I mean, it
I was
sounds.
kind of cooking.
Kevin with a C sounds like it's something that we shouldn't be talking about on stream.
You know what, Kevin? I'll give you that. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the match here. It is Beauty versus the Beast, Joker versus Bowser, and like I was gonna talk about before we got sidetracked about the Disney movie. I believe that Joker is one of those characters, speedy combos, kill confirms, has everything going for him, and Bowser's just the guy that hits you 3 times and you die. So
Right.
it's just whether or not Bowser can find those connections that will really make the difference here in this set.
That's a hard question, especially, and when you have a command grab at your disposal, by the way, as well. The counter, the Rebels Guard for Joker becomes a whole lot less valuable. However, getting back to stage is going to be the #1 thing to do, and that down-angled F-tilt set at such a disgusting angle. I'm still surprised that he didn't make it back, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a difficult angle to come back from, right? I mean, Arsene just really lending Joker a hand here and finding that first stock. There's the up B out of shield, though, to get some percentage and chip away at that Arsene a little bit. We're going to be seeing Arsene-less Joker for the moment, but this is a dangerous spot to be in. Command grab off the stage is not going to be enough just yet, even with the help of the platform. But the F-tilt will be just the ticket here for Congo Bongo.
Even though the F tilt is what took the stock, I feel like that command grab is going to speak volumes for the rest of the game to come. He called out a jump option from his opponent, stock 1, right? That's such a scary thing. And then you actually do close the stock with a hard read on the ledge option. I don't know. This is actually looking like it could be huge for Congo Bongo if he can maintain these kind of hard reads.
Ooh, nice little drag down there into the grab. Getting some more damage here. The bullets connecting onto Bowser off the stage. Down air connecting as well. It seems like every tool in the kit here is being effective for Marsh as they chip more damage on with this gun. Big punish though, and ready with the F smash immediately. Marsh is ready to react and willing to punish.
That's entirely true. Super ready to punish, but what's interesting also is that Marsh isn't fishing for what Jokers usually fish for at this percentage, which is fair 1. You have so many other options that will hit and get Bowser off stage, you don't have to bother with it. And especially now that Arsene is out, you just play the ledge game, go for back airs, and then force your opponent to recover high. Kill with the F tilt again.
Yep, F tilt the second time around. It's paying in dividends here for Marsh. Trying to get back to stage though. Good damage here from Congo Bongo. And I feel like most of the damage we see from Congo Bongo is usually when Marsh is put above him. See right now is the opportunity. We've seen him send Joker up to that top blast zone very often and find themselves in an unfavorable position. And even there you see him coming down from the top of the stage, finding the command grab. That's where Congo Bongo makes the bread and butter.
It's so scary, right? Because there's so many options that Bowser has to anti-air you. The up tilt is basically a disjoint. If he goes high with like a nair, it covers all sides of him. And then if you wait on an option, you go with a falling option and he shields it, he can punish you with the command grab on landing. There's so many choices that you don't really want to be above Bowser. You ideally want to be beside him.
Yeah.
Or underneath him, I guess, if possible.
Yeah, if possible. I mean, do you want to be underneath him, though? The Bowser bomb, the down air? Those can be pretty scary.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Comes down and squishes you a little bit.
Potential for a shield break is terrifying.
But close situation now here, Kevin, as we are both at relatively equal percents. Arsene is almost going away. The counter! And just the last frame of that counter as well to find the edge guard. Marsh going up in game 1.
Literally the last frame. I was going to point out the exact same thing. That lingered for so unbelievably long, you'd think it was written by the Cranberries.
Yeah, and I do want to call attention to something here, Kevin, because I actually do recognize Marsh now. Marsh looking a lot different than what I'm used to seeing. I mean, he's looking very good.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I got to give him the compliment. He's looking very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
no,
you do recognize
I
Marsh.
do recognize him because we played 2 years ago here at CEO, and it was to make it out of pools, I believe.
Deep Lord.
It was for 65th. So
Okay.
I'll spoil it. I lost.
Okay.
Game 3, last stock, last hit. Zap versus Marsh in a slobber knocker for 65th place. If I won, though, I would have had to DQ anyway and commentate. So it's kind of good that I lost.
There's
But
kismet there.
I just
yeah,
wanted
for
to
sure.
call back to that history because I do recognize Marsh now, and I feel a little bit bad that I didn't at the start. They do be looking different, though. They didn't have earrings before or anything like that. So
That's good. Looking good.
yeah.
Fantastic. We love to see that. Starting off this game very hot. Actually started off with a dash attack by Joker being armored through. Apparently the first hit of dash attack is still able to be, what's the heavy guy? What's tough guy.
Tough guy.
It's able to be tough guy through.
I was
Heavy
like,
man.
what are you talking about?
Big boy. He's able to big boy through that one.
Yeah, he's tanking all the hits here.
Yeah, so we're seeing that come into play a little bit with some of Joker's multi-hit options, but Arsene's multi-hits hit a little bit too hard. You ain't armoring through a down air, and now no jump. Getting back to stage, not a problem.
I mean, the survivability of Bowser, though, nothing to snuff at. There's the back throw, just yeets him right off the side. You missed that down smash. Here's a back throw, but man, Bowser be living any of those strong hits from Arsene Joker before would have killed most of the other characters in this game. So Bowser really do be living these hits.
I'm just now realizing why he hasn't been fishing for fair 1. It doesn't knock
Tough
up Bowser.
guy.
It's tough guy. I talked about it beforehand and then forgot about it.
You're like, why does this happen? I wonder why.
So it's not necessarily a conscious choice, but I think it is beneficial because fishing for that would put you in way more dangerous of a position. Up B out of shield is super annoying, so you want to go for something you can drift out with, like a down air, like an air.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
Arsene going
my
to the
God.
wayside. Speaking of going to the wayside, there goes Joker as well. Lost his stock along with his buddy. Gonna have to make up this deficit here. Great little edge guard sequence, though. The downward gun into the down air, finding some damage, but we need to kill this Bowser and we need to kill him fast. He's going to become a monster if we let him.
Yeah, he's not already at 2 stocks up to 1. Yes, the percentage is racking, but this is basically even percents when you can, consider their weight.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that you can't be above him. That's
No.
too scary.
Can't be. Up smash connecting, able to snap the ledge. Congo Bongo trying to make their way back. Arsene will not
nice.
find the stock this time around. We'll get some more chip damage here, but Bowser's still living. We need one more back air, and he keeps going high. Marsh is ready for it.
He's continuously going high. I'm surprised that Marsh isn't able to get back onto the stage, but now that Arsene is gone, your options for killing are only reversal. Back onto you. Congo Bongo takes it and sends us to game 3 in a best of 3. We are in best of 3 territory.
Yep, best of 3 territory here at Pools. So it can be a little bit scary now. This is your last game, last chance to make adaptations, last chance to make adjustments. We'll see what Marsh can do being on the back end of their feet for that game number 2 now. Congo Bongo looking like he's vibing, looking like he's figured out something. Marsh, what's your answer?
Yeah, that's a great question too. Is what do? You made so much value out of the Arsene that you had. You hit Congo Bongo with basically every option that you possibly could have while Arsene was still out, and you still couldn't take the stock.
Yeah.
What do you do differently?
That's the question. We'll see if Marsh.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to answer it.
We'll see if Marsh has the answer.
Sorry, Marsh.
As this moves on, I mean, he can't hear us anyways. I don't think it would help him. Plus, does he really want to listen to 2 commentators? Like, come on now.
Yes.
Surely this guy's a better player than us, right?
Sure.
Arsene
I mean,
available.
definitely, sorry.
Yeah.
Getting back to stage right here, no easy task, but just rolling it in. However, waiting it out on the shield, up smash out of shield, reverse back onto Marsh. Covering high, but air dodge is the name of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Arsene is almost gone here as well, Kevin. Not able to find the stock just yet, and now it's just a Joker versus this big old dinosaur. Can we find this stock? Can we find an edge guard? And once again, the high recovery.
Narrowly missing right there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'll
you
hurt.
can't. That's getting tough guide through too. You can't even down gun to recover because it's going to be tough guide through, and then you get command grabbed onto the platform. Another stock taken that way.
You know, this is what I was talking about, those random matchups that you run into sometimes where it's just like, I should win this. This should be simple.
So true.
And then all of a sudden, my guns don't work. My fair one doesn't work. What am I going to do now?
2 of the staples of Joker's game plan actually just don't function. That's a good point. You were just talking about this. It's crazy that it's coming to light, but fantastic. Waiting for the high recovery this time. It had been conditioned and finally punished.
Exactly right, Kevin. This is Marsh's chance. Oh my God, he snatched him out of the air.
That's terrifying. Held him right there,
no
too.
fly zone. He said, you're coming with me.
Oh my God.
That was scary.
The aura from just holding that
You're
was
exactly
nuts.
right, yeah. It's like when Darth Vader chokes somebody.
That's exactly how it is.
Grabs him and finds the F-tilt as well. Congo Bongo, a menace, a villain on the screen as he finds another stock onto Marsh. Marsh, our hero, can you recover? Can you survive the onslaught that is this Bowser, the tough guy, powering through as well?
It's insane. The shield getting low on Congo Bongo, but Marsh can't pressure it because he's not on stage to do so. Recovering with Arsene can be tricky, but just giving up all of center stage is Congo Bongo, knowing that Marsh will throw out a move that is punishable. He's just giving it all to him because all he needs to do is be able to punish something errant that Marsh is throwing out, and it's worked out so far.
So
Why not
dangerous.
continue?
Another edge guard situation. We're all the way
Oh
down
my
here.
God, that's too low. Oh, it's not too low.
He's okay, but the forward air reversal from Congo Bongo. They'll close it out as somebody in the crowd is popping off for their boy. A good W there from Congo Bongo, though, able to bring it all the way back from what seemed to be a bad first game and to a dominant game 2 and 3.
Really did figure something out there. I think he started to understand that there are certain tools, just like we did in the middle of the game, there are certain tools Joker just can no longer use. Down gun that would normally allow you to land safely is no longer available, and so he saw that Marsh was throwing out down airs or drifting away, and he just started waiting for the landings, started punishing a lot of the landings with the side B and with like up smash even. And then whenever he got Marsh off stage, he decided, I don't need an edge guard, I don't even need a ledge trap. I'm just going to wait because he's going to approach me because he has to. He's a stock down. And Marsh kind of hung himself with his own rope.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the main takeaway for me personally from this set is the fact that Joker is surprisingly bad into Bowser in certain situations.
We can't keep doing this.
I wouldn't say in
we
general,
can't keep doing this.
but in certain
I'll give you even. I'll give you even. I'll give you even.
I didn't say it was a losing matchup.
We can't keep doing this.
I didn't say it was a. Listen, Kevin, you think so little of me.
No,
I wasn't going to say that
No.
Bowser wins the matchup. How dare I say that?
I'm starting to come around. I'm starting to come around on all of it.
Yeah, because you were the one who called out, like, the downward gun isn't working. The fair one isn't
It's
working.
not working.
I mean, it's just a funny thing to talk about, like, when you see a top-tier level character like Joker versus, like, mid-high Bowser, you know.
Yeah.
Bowser stocks are on the rise, though, low-key.
I hope so. I really do. I genuinely want to see more Bowser, like, worldwide starting to place.
Isn't there, like, a Japanese Bowser? Wasn't
Yep.
his name, like, Hero or something
Yeah,
like
Hero,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay,
Spelled
gotta
like
get the
Hero, yeah.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess Hero has been doing a lot of representation too. But I feel like ever since Leon kind of took a back seat from playing, well, I mean, as far as I can tell from competing in tournaments, we haven't seen a lot of Bowser's competing in NA.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Well, hopefully we'll get to see more, and hopefully we get to see some ad slides, because I know we're coming up on an ad break shortly here. Don't
God,
go
I hope
anywhere,
so.
though. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be right back with more pools action.
Are you enjoying the show? Please check out the CO 2025 exclusive merch store on co.gaminggen.gg. Pick up one of your favorite designs from this year's show and help support the community. Are you ready to elevate your game? Controller Chaos has hundreds of controller designs to pick from, including this year's CO 2025 limited edition custom painted controller and fight sticks. Use code CO25 at checkout to save on controllerchaos.com. Tenno, officially licensed FGC merch designed by the FGC for the FGC. Discover our newest drops releasing for the first time during CO, including the newest official Street Fighter design, the CO 15-year collaboration, and many returning favorites. Get yours today at merch.10-o.gg.
Whether it's sunglasses outside, blue light glasses inside, or night driving lenses in the dark, Zenni has affordable eyewear for everyone. Get 10% off with code CEO at zenni.com.
Welcome back to CEO 2025, the 15th anniversary. You're back here with Kevin with a K and Zap. We've got some more Smash Ultimate action for you guys. I know we weren't gone for long, but we missed you enough to reintroduce ourselves. How are you doing, Zap?
I'm doing great, and I hope y'all missed us too, because we're going to be having a lot more fun here with pools. At least I am. I've been having a great time here on the desk today, Kevin. We're getting our next match. It's going to be Fraudfish versus Danny Phantasma.
Yeah, we've got a Yoshi versus Meta Knight matchup. Another Smash Ultimate Classic.
Truly.
You guys are... No. In bracket in quite some time, actually. Although I've casted way too many Yoshis that you would think that was the most popular character in all of the US.
Yoshi is like one of those characters that just every tournament always has one. There's
Yeah.
always some random Yoshi, and it's some guy who's usually like either the most cracked guy you've ever seen, or he's the worst you've ever seen.
There's no in between.
Yeah, we're gonna find out which one, which one we got coming up right here in a second. Meta Knight versus Yoshi. Now, who do you think wins this matchup, Kevin? Because I'm not sure which way this goes. If I had to guess, I'd say Yoshi, but...
That's a really good question. So one issue that Meta Knight has a lot of times is getting back to the ground. Like if you are beneath Meta Knight and you can start a juggle situation, it's really, really good for you. However, Yoshi, although he has some good juggle tools, does not have the best recovery options. He can armor through just about anything that Meta Knight has. They just have such different game plans. Like I can't possibly fathom what win condition each one of them has.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pinpoint that win condition. Looking for an up smash, though. Danny not quite finding it that time around. Might see an edge guard here. Goes for the neutral B. It will not connect this time around. Up tilt to up air. We'll do plenty of percent here for Yoshi. I like the colors they've chosen, honestly. The pink and the red is kind of a nice little... It's a splash of
It's
color.
a pop
on
of
the
color,
screen.
exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say. It's a nice splash of color.
Glad you understood what I was going for there.
Fraudfish coming all the way from the Bahamas to be here, or at least representing the Bahamas. Danny Phantasma holding it down for, again, another US-based Yoshi. Taking the first stock off of Fraudfish with an air.
Not too shabby. 125%. And Yoshi is pretty heavy. Meta Knight not really known for killing the earliest unless it's an edge guard situation. So it could be difficult to find this stock as Danny begins to rack up more and more percent. 37 and climbing.
Ooh, that air dodge back just long enough, but the armor with the double jump is going to allow you to recover very, very safely against Meta Knight most of the time.
Looking for edge guard once again.
What?
Should be given away, but I guess we just don't have our jump.
Yeah.
No way to recover. Fortunately for Yoshi, drops into the blast zone.
Unfortunate. Must have not realized that he didn't have it because he tried to jump fair for a reversal situation, and we were also caught off guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any situation where you're getting like a really proper edge guard on Meta Knight, but a ladder combo, nothing doing.
Just kidding. We have armor. Don't worry about it. We're
No
safe.
problem.
Safe for the moment. Tossing some eggs. Not really gonna yield that much yet. The back air poke.
Oh, wow.
Egg connection, but no forward air after the fact. Could have been curtains for that stock, but Danny's playing this so aggressively and keeping up the pressure.
Yeah, went deep for that one too. Maintaining the pressure with the egg throw as well. Really not letting him back to stage, but a roll, although it brings you back safely for a moment, does not last very long as Fraudfish goes down to his last stock of the game.
Significant punish there in that up smash. Let's see Yoshi. Wow,
That's
wow,
exactly
wow.
what I was going to point out.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength here, Kevin. Listening to this Yoshi scream, fighting this little pink ball. This only happens in Smash, bro.
It's true. There's nothing doing. You're covering high. I like covering high with the up airs just so that you can follow even if you don't hit with the double jump. But it's still not going to cover every option. And we're starting to see more of like, oh, the win conditions for these characters are basically who can rack up more damage than find a stray hit.
Yep.
There's not like reliable combos, reliable confirms off stage. There's nothing there. It's just about good old-fashioned Smash Bros. And that was a fantastic combo.
Talking about reliable combos. I mean, not the most reliable, but it was a combo, right?
It was nice. I'll give it up. The egg lay into the Yoshi bomb.
Yeah.
I wonder how mash dependent that is.
I mean, it could be because, right, you can change the time in which you leave the egg.
Right.
You could choose no mash or mash. I feel like he was mashing, though.
Yeah, because he was a high percentage.
And he read the mash clearly and was ready for it and punished with the most effective tool he had in his arsenal, and it killed. So Danny Phantasma looking pretty adept on the Yoshi, I would say.
And I wouldn't even attribute that to one of the characters being better than the other at putting themselves in that position. It was more just that the better player in that moment was ready to react to that position with something optimal. So that's why Danny Phantasma is up a game. But again, as far as reliable win conditions go, I think both of these players are just looking to start at advantage state, rack up damage, and find whatever stray confirm that they can.
Town and City is the choice, though.
Town and City, long stage, shallow walls. Picked by Meta Knight, which is interesting. You don't get the platforms to extend your combos. I guess he's not thinking that he's going to get ladder combos anytime soon. You can get edge guards if you can hit Yoshi.
I mean, it's definitely difficult to get ladder combos on Yoshi specifically. But, wow, Fraudfish actually went to the very edge of his recovery there to find that stock. But Danny returning the favor instantly, finding that stock immediately. But I think this stage is an interesting choice for Meta Knight because he actually can find some early kills off the side with neutral B and such and the like after he ends out a combo or back air even on that right side. But once again, that's kind of like in similar ladder territory. I don't know how often we're going to find those. If Yoshi doesn't have his jump, I feel like he's kind of dead anyways. So like, it doesn't really matter to have these blast zones here.
Yes, and you don't give yourself the safety of the platforms on, say, like a battlefield or a small battlefield to land versus Yoshi, which is where we're finding some value as Danny Phantasma. He was able to return that first stock by catching a landing, coming off of the Angel platform himself, caught a landing with an F smash. No mix-ups on the incredible airspeed and falling speed of Meta Knight, so you kind of just give that up by picking this stage.
I mean, maybe the space is what Fraudfish is going for, because I feel like the pace of the game has slowed down pretty significantly so far in game number 2. I feel like we see a lot more patient play, and you know what? Side blast zone advantage right there for Fraudfish, finding that F smash and going up a stock, looking a lot better now.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I'll give it up on that one.
Yeah, I know I'm not.
Fair, okay. All right.
Sorry. A little too cocky, my bad.
No. It's good. It's good energy. Yeah, okay. Off stage right now, though. Fraudfish still off stage. Can't find his way back because he keeps swinging off ledge.
Yeah. A little too aggressive. You see it again. The up air, forward air as well.
Works out this time.
Yep. Finally making their way to center stage. Still with the second stock as well. And once again, the pace slowed down and getting that tech away to avoid the F smash from Danny Phantasma and punishing with the dash attack as well. Still alive off this left side. We're coming back though. Back to center.
Okay. The down B without the slash is quick enough on the end lag.
Ooh.
Getting swung at. However, DIing in means that the top blast zone isn't going to take it off of Fraudfish for the moment. Able to get back to stage with a get up attack. Okay. Jab from Meta Knight is not something you see very often. But an up air falling once again catches Fraudfish on the landing.
Still with the percent lead though. Danny Phantasma can make this up with a couple of combos. We're already seeing the nair, the down tilt connecting, 33%, the jab as well. Danny Phantasma pressing their advantage a little bit, using egg toss as well, and slowly but surely clawing their way back into this game.
Oh!
I can't talk about that, can I?
No, I mean, he tried to claw back. He did, and I'll give him that. He really tried. But this is what we were talking about again. Not about having reliable confirms or setups. It's sometimes really just about who fundamentally has the read on their opponent and who is better in the moment. And in that moment, Fraudfish was putting his opponent on fraud watch, just catching that landing straight up with an F smash.
Yep, exactly right. Fraudfish, though, taking game 2, bringing us to a game number 3. We've had some close sets today.
That's true.
Glad to see the competitiveness here at CEO. Love to see it. Hollow Bastion is the choice for Danny Phantasma. This is going to be the last stage you find yourself on. It is going to be Meta Knight and Yoshi once again. No switch-ups here. Both players very comfortable in their characters. We'll just see who can get the best of the other in this game 3.
The Hollow Bastion pick is a much smaller stage, so I think you were right about Fraudfish liking that long area to be able to kind of reset neutral, and ultimately Meta Knight's ground speed is so fantastic that you can kind of dance around Yoshi. So Danny Phantasma has removed that opportunity, not only by having the top platform to make things feel a little bit more claustrophobic, but by inherently having a smaller stage, making the ground speed from Meta Knight less valuable. And the aerial speed from Yoshi much more valuable.
Correct. 59% here. 64 and climbing as Fraudfish continues the juggle situation. More and more damage. Gentleman jab. Forward smash charged up. Egg toss going to get Danny out of dodge.
No way. Come
Rolling
on.
right through. That's plenty of damage. How'd that move work out, Kevin?
We're getting hit by egg roll in 2025.
Yeah, we are.
That's tough. That's tough. Although he was kind of moving. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes the least expected option is the one that hits.
Okay, I would say that's true, except he had about a full 4 seconds of watching him roll and egg roll until he got hit.
Well, maybe he thought he wasn't going to hit him with it.
All right. You just got an answer for everything, don't you, Zach?
No, that would be you. You're the smart one here.
No. Whoa, hold on. This is not my words.
As I recall, you're pretty adept in the art of Hamburg. Great parry. Speaking of adept, Fraudfish with the reaction. Trying to find this stock. Danny Phantasma getting back to center. Big swing and a miss from both competitors. The back air will punish for the moment. Looking for the edge guard. The neutral B will break the armor, but we're able to air dodge back.
Not for long, though. Tried to get too frisky on the recovery and gets caught by the back air. Sent off the stage, and Fraudfish is keeping alive just a bit longer.
Yep, still alive. Put that down, be able to come back to stage. Dash attack connecting, but one dash attack too many. You can't swing too often on that shield. Yoshi's got a couple of good options in that up smash and that nair.
We do remember that Meta Knight likes dash attack and likes grab and likes down tilt, and sometimes those are just easy enough punished on shield that you can wait it out.
Speaking of down tilt.
Oh, started the combo.
Double dipper into the up B as well. 87%. The forward smash not going to connect that time around. Danny Phantasma turning it into their own advantage state. Swinging from the ledge once again. Fraudfish.
Stop it.
So aggressive from that edge. Danny Phantasma going to have to pick up on that, I think.
How many more F smashes are we going to look for? I mean, to be fair, the F smash from Meta Knight has basically 0 end lag, so you can fish for it as long as your opponent can't cover the startup. And so far, he hasn't gotten punished for it. It's just a matter of how often can he throw it out when it's actually going to hit.
I feel like we might see another F smash in our future very, very soon. Yes, there it is. Call me a commentator because I know what's going on anyways. We're trying to come back to stage.
Oh,
barely made it back. Did you think he wasn't going to
I really genuinely thought he wasn't going to make it back, but that was that was interesting. He turned around and got the up smash to continue pressuring shield, and Fraudfish dropped it just at the wrong time.
Parry once again. Danny Phantasma trying to make their way back to center. Neutral B was going to break the arm of the air dodge. Once again, we've seen this before, Kevin. He does make it back.
That armor does last long enough. Okay, no jump right there, but able to recover with the egg throw. Oh my goodness, that was so close.
There it is.
Okay, finally closes that out. Evened up on the last stock of Game 3. Exactly where you want to be in pools. You know, if you want a good game to watch, this is it.
Yep, great adaptation from both players so far. It's very, very close. I feel like both competitors have figured out what each opponent wants, but Danny Phantasma is finding an advantage state, 79%, 87 with these eggs being thrown, and the up smash as well, catching the disadvantage here. Fraudfish is reeling on this left side. Can they get out of the corner?
Out of shield options are not that good for Meta Knight. Okay, that air dodge does get covered by the forward air. Combos into the up air to take it off the top, and winning that game is Danny Phantasma.
Not bad. Not bad at all from the Yoshi. Able to find the confirm when he needed it the most. The forward air into the up air. A classic. If you miss the tech, you're getting popped up in a perfect situation for Yoshi to give you some tail, and unfortunately, Fraudfish was on the receiving end.
It started off with baiting out the air dodge, though. That's the thing I think that really sealed the deal, is the juggle situation. That center platform did not provide any sort of safety. It only provided a dangerous landing pad for Danny Phantasma to plank under. Then Fraudfish jumps, and on just the arc of the jump, when he was starting to fall, going high, Danny Phantasma threw out an aerial option. It didn't connect because Fraudfish air dodged, and then the rest is history, right? You can just follow the air dodge. It's an easy frame trap. That is a fun setup that makes it feel less like that the player was just doing fundamentally better than his opponent in that moment, and that he picked a stage, had a game plan, and executed on it.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and we saw just how effective that game plan was for Danny Phantasma. We'll be moving on in winners, and we'll be getting our next set shortly here. I do see Odyssey at the setup, if I'm not mistaken. Still waiting on information for our second player, but Odyssey plays Diddy Kong.
Oh, okay.
And you know, every time I see Diddy Kong now, I get sad because Tweak's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love Odyssey too, fantastic player, but man, it is such a blow to, like, especially the Diddy Kong community that their GOAT is gone, you know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. And there's not really like a clear rising star, right? Aaron is here this weekend. I don't know if he's competing in bracket, but Aaron doesn't even compete that much
No,
often.
he's
you know?
not as serious as he once was, is the thing.
And there's nobody else clearly like behind. Like you got regional Diddy Kongs, like Seoul was popping off at Cost recently, and you know other various Diddy Kongs in various areas of the nation. But ultimately, nobody is like showing themselves as a clear front runner with a very strong and interesting character with high skill ceiling. And it sucks to lose one of those, right? To lose a player who plays a character with the high skill ceiling at the high skill ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, I would liken it to like if we lost Light for Fox, right? Like,
That's true.
I know there's a couple Japanese Foxes, but like Light is kind of the Fox.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And at the very least in NA, like the next Fox behind Light is maybe Comet. Like there's
there's very few and far between for whatever reason. So it always stinks to see like a character fall off the high level representation, you know, or top level even. So either way,
see how we get into it. Do you know anything about Polonian?
I do. I believe he's a Falco player, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then this should be really interesting because Diddy Kong is one of Falco's worst matchups.
Really?
Yes, it is super duper annoying. He's too short for you to start an up tilt combo at pretty much any point, especially if he's crouching. Like there's no way you're hitting an up tilt reliably. You don't have any good tools to deal with Banana, and you know, aside from I guess reflecting it, but it's not even that useful because Diddy Kong can just toss the banana, jump over your reflector, and then punish you with a nair into a combo. But thank
Young
God
Link.
Polonian is going Young Link.
It's Young Link instead. Okay, I didn't know Polonian had a Young Link. That is my mistake.
I mean, it makes sense. This is definitely where you want to counterpick. Like I said, Falco would not have been a fun matchup.
Yeah, I mean, if what you're saying is true, Kevin, then certainly the Falco would not be the option. So glad we got something in the back pocket here in the Young Link. And this is going to be, I feel like it's going to be tough for Polonian specifically because Odyssey definitely has matchup experience in fighting Kobe in CFL because
true.
Odyssey does live in Florida, so
Okay.
he has come out to a lot of Florida events, has definitely experienced some of the top level talent that we have here in Florida, one of them being Kobe, the Young Link player. So I'm assuming that Odyssey has this matchup ready and is ready to deal with this. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. We'll see.
We'll see. I am not super familiar with Diddy Kong versus Young Link as, you know.
It's an uncommon matchup.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so unbelievably weird. You get to wall out Diddy Kong super duper well because Diddy Kong's ground speed it's okay. His aerial speed is awful unless he's approaching you with monkey flip. And so if you pick like a long stage like PS2 or anything that doesn't have a center platform, you kind of just get to toss fire arrows and boomerangs, and Odyssey is the one that has the onus to try to approach and put himself in really dangerous positions because approaching Young Link from the air is also just horrible. You never, like, it's such a difficult place to be because you never know if you're going to get swatted out of the air with a forward air or a back air, or if he's going to wait on the ground, go for an up B or an up smash out of shield. And if he calls you out on a tomahawk, you get grabbed and you lose, or, you know, he spot dodges and down tilts and starts his own combo. There's so many ways for Young Link to potentially keep out Diddy Kong, but that's in a perfect world.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to look at matchups without it being in that perfect lens, right? But in pools especially, that's when that lens begins to get distorted. We begin to see matchups that shouldn't be losing. We've talked about it so many times today. I just think it's so funny to keep bringing it back up. But we're going to find out whether or not Diddy Kong or Young Link is the better character in this situation. As we get into this next pool set, they're still thinking about it, getting their buttons warm, getting all their controls set up to make sure they have exactly what they need to perform at the highest level here at CEO.
Picking their songs so they can lock in before locking in their stage.
Song choice is so underrated.
Tell me, what's your song choice? Your
I like
competitor.
Tekken music.
Okay.
So you
Respect.
put me on anything Tekken, I'm happy. If we're going to Battlefield, it better be a Tekken song. That's all I'm going to say. I hate it sucks because I like the Animal Crossing stages, and I can't play like anything but Animal Crossing music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to all you Animal Crossing lovers. The music is not hypey for a fighting game.
It's not hypey.
That's
all
I'm going to say.
For sure.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea for Smash Brothers.
Yeah. You don't want.
Yeah. No. No thanks.
Anyways, getting into this game right here, we're going to small battlefield, slightly smaller than PS2. That is probably going to be favorable. If there was a ban stage or a pick stage for Odyssey, obviously PS2 is not going to be a selection that he is desiring. So picking this allows a little bit less space for Youngling to run away and reset his neutral. And more importantly, it's less space that Odyssey has to cover to get up in close and personal with Youngling.
And already, see the back and forth. Barely any percentage separating the two individuals here. Odyssey trying to get control of that banana. Meanwhile, Polonian controlling all the projectiles, Boomerang the bomb as well. Did slip on the banana peel, unfortunately, that time around, and Odyssey covering the ledge with that nair. Smart ledge options here, looking for the Z drop into the down air. It is not going to connect this time around, but I like to see this aggression from Odyssey, especially at the ledge.
Very important to maintain it at the ledge, too, because if you let Young Link get back to stage, then he gets to start his game plan. The banana gets to cover low, and the amount of times that Polonian has jumped off of ledge, it's already been called out multiple times, but he's still doing it. He's still doing it.
He do be jumping. I mean, jump is historically one of the better options from the ledge.
That's fair.
Gives you, it's very quick, hard to react to, gives you iframes, but no iframes for that up smash. Odyssey finding that first stock.
Very crucial stock to begin with, especially against Young Link. You do not want to go behind against this character. Fantastic little combo to get 46% on the board.
You know, I want to call attention to it because before those two monkey flips Odyssey just did, we hadn't seen a single monkey flip during that entire time. So he hasn't really been using the monkey flip all that much, and I think that's just because that Young Link possesses, you know, I can't talk about it. Down tilt to up air from Young Link. Fantastic stuff from Polonian. I was trying to be analytical, Kevin. Come on.
I appreciate that, and you know what? It happens. It happens.
It does happen to the best of us.
I'll give it to Odyssey, though. Like, he's got some tech skill. Even though he was moving way too hard, he did a peanut popcorn cancel falling forward air onto the shield.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, exactly. He was punished for it, but ultimately he has the movement tech unlocked. He knows how to play this character. Obviously, we know that, but how much is it going to matter? Does movement tech even matter in this matchup at all?
I mean, for the moment, it doesn't seem like it. I think Odyssey is just kind of in control of the game for the moment. Banana peel slip, the nair connection, looking to find the banana toss onto the platform after the tech chase. But we'll just get a simple throw into a simple F smash for Odyssey and still in full control of this game.
Having no problems whatsoever, especially with banana in hand while it's available.
Speaking of no problems, that's a problem.
That was an issue. That was an issue.
You know, we both did it though, right?
Yeah, it happens, man.
It really does.
Happens.
You start talking about something, the player's like, you know, I'm going to kill him right now.
I'm going to kill him immediately.
Right now. You will not get to talk about your topic. No farming clips for you. No analysis clips.
Combo. Oh,
no,
okay.
not that time around. Down air, not going to confirm, unfortunately.
Facing the wrong way to get a grab.
I love this banana play, though. They're playing catch with each other.
Just tossing it back and forth.
Yep.
Okay, you can't just fire arrow on my face, but unfortunately, turn right back around. Polonian having not too much problems having turned this game around. It was down a stock, but now is up 40%.
Yep. We'll see if Young Link can find this connection, though. Can they find a kill confirm? Can they find something to dispatch of this Diddy Kong? Throwing the banana away, the forward air connecting. Odyssey looking to ledge trap a little bit. And Polonian just runs straight back to center, throwing out neutral B's.
Oh, what?
Careful.
Oh, that wasn't on reaction. I definitely thought that was going to be an F smash to take the stock and the game, but not able to react just quick enough. The monkey flip not punished. That's such an important opportunity. And now that you're off stage, you're going to wish that you really had done something with that. Turns it right back around with the up B.
Yeah, unfortunately, Odyssey didn't get the correct spacing there, but does find a back air, setting up the banana at the ledge. Peanut gun as well, just to cover more, and the charged up smash. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Solid confirm for Odyssey, finding that banana connection on the platform just in the nick of time and killing him out with that up smash.
A deeply, deeply close game between the two of these guys, coming down to individual moments of mistakes being made from Polonian. Honestly, you can even point to just that single mistake, that one opportunity you had to absolutely close out the game in punishing that monkey flip kick, but you already had decided you were going to use a fire arrow in that moment. And unfortunately, once you lose that opportunity, Odyssey's not giving you another one.
If you had
one shot,
one opportunity
to seize everything you ever wanted,
would you capture it?
Or just let it slip?
Yo. Thank you for that, Kevin. Fantastic. I'm glad we can have fun on commentary here.
Yeah.
CEO is the place to be right now. And if you haven't been to a CEO, you should.
True.
This is one of the best fighting game events of the year, easily.
Speaking of fighting game events, and speaking of my karaoke song, there's going to be karaoke every night, too.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Javali Land. Here at CEO. You gotta come.
That's gonna be fantastic. I mean, who doesn't want to see some crazy karaoke, right? You know, I've actually never been to karaoke.
Really? Like in your life ever?
Like I don't. Well, like I've done it with my family, like in the house. You know,
right,
like,
but that's okay.
that's.
not
I
the same.
haven't gone to like a karaoke bar. You know?
We're okay. Either here or at a karaoke place. We're doing it this
Oh,
weekend.
that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I don't know if I can handle this, Kevin. I don't know if I can handle this.
No. You're gonna have to handle it.
We'll see if we can handle this. Game number 2 here. Polonian versus Odyssey, as Odyssey finding a big combination to start us off. 52% and climbing. Finally, Polonian did actually switch to the Falco. You know, I was correct that he does play Falco.
You weren't
so
wrong. I never doubted you.
I like to at least have that confirmation. Right?
Exactly.
It's like, I'm like, was I wrong?
Was I a liar?
Did I lie to everybody? But no, they do play Falco.
At the very least, it's comforting to play your main character. So, like,
Yes.
Youngling clearly didn't work out. Although it was super duper close, I think it was maybe worthwhile to consider it. But if you are confident enough in your main, why not play it? Why not try it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, comfort is definitely something that is very important, especially when competing at a high level. Sometimes the muscle memory will carry you through. Sometimes the reactions that you wouldn't get on a different character will happen on your tried and true character. So see what Polonian can do here with the Falco. It doesn't look too shabby for the moment, relatively even.
Oh, tried to knock him out of the barrels, but not quite got the height on that one. Monkey flip kick sends Polonian off stage. Able to recover, if only for momentarily, but the air dodge in is read out. The up smash takes a stock. Odyssey going up against Polonian and making us understand why this matchup is difficult, especially while Odyssey is ahead. This is going to be problematic for him. Odyssey trying to grab Banana and start a little bit of extra credit, but Polonian playing very, very patiently, which I super duper respect when you're playing from behind. However, how patient are you willing to be? That 33% can only go higher.
I mean, you can be as comfortable as you want on the Falco. It doesn't change the fact that this matchup is difficult. Odyssey showing us how difficult it can be here for Falco to get stuff started. The down tilt does connect, but it's not going to kill. And it's the worst situation to be in when you have your opponent at high percent and your moves just aren't killing.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels so bad.
149%, there's no guaranteed kill confirms for Falco either. The up tilt will not connect into a back air at this point, and you were looking for a down tilt kill confirm. That's the only thing that will be guaranteed from center stage, and other than that, it's maybe an edge guard.
Yeah, I mean, aside from a smash attack, obviously,
Of
yeah,
course.
it's pretty hard to find a stray hit here. Monkey command grab for Odyssey and throwing the banana into the stage, getting the back air after, covering so many options in that moment, and it seems like Odyssey is locking down this Falco at the moment.
Yeah, you said it. You can see that actually came off of a punish on a down tilt. Polonian tried to down tilt, and it was monkey flipped over to start that entire interaction. So you can see that Odyssey understands how to play this matchup as well. Obviously, it's a beneficial matchup for Diddy Kong, but it's even worse so when your opponent knows what to do.
Definitely.
Oh, very nice ledge slip into resetting the monkey flip kick. And again, oh my God. I honestly thought that was the other direction. I thought that Odyssey got the spike on Polonian.
Now, is the Falco one called Phantasm?
Falco Phantasm.
That's the one, okay. I wanted to make sure, because I know the Fox Illusion.
Yes.
He's the illusionist.
The Wolf
Falco's
Splash.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The Spaceys, they all got different, they got to be unique, huh?
They got to.
Like, I'm not like the other Spaceys.
They're all different animals.
I got different combos. I got up tilt to back here. I'm Falco.
We got two animals on the stage, too.
That's true. He's not quite a Spacey, though, but he could go to space. He is a monkey.
Oh, true. He's actually the only animal. Well, not the only animal.
We've really diverted from...
109% on Odyssey.
Love it.
Polonian on last legs right now. Can't get the down tilt confirmed at 98%. It was not quite a grounded one to start that little bit of a trip up, but getting back to stage is going to be too difficult. And Monkey off the stage. Took it with a forward air.
He's monkeying around.
He's monkeying around, man.
Yeah, forward air connecting. Absolutely beautiful play from Odyssey. Really demonstrating exactly what you said, Kevin, the fact that Falco does indeed lose to Diddy Kong. I mean, I think the Young Link actually did fare better. It does feel kind of weird, though, to like start with your secondary, even if it's a bad matchup.
And then commit to it when you lose.
Yeah, like I lost the first game, and it didn't feel that bad, so maybe I can go like Falco now, and
yeah,
it just didn't pan out this time around.
No, and it's interesting because I see what you're saying. You kind of get this confidence boost of, oh, it was so close with my secondary. I can definitely like mop up with my primary. But the whole reason that you pick the secondary is because your main matchup